Session Zero for the Roguelike Rumbles. This is episode 2 of season 4, which just genuinely, every time I say it, seems absolutely bananas that we could possibly be on a 4th season of this craziness, but it is, and it's here, and it's happening. I would like us to very quickly, we'll just go around and everybody, beginning with our DM, just introduce yourselves personally, not who you will be playing in this adventure, but just your actual names. We'll get to the rest of it once we've dropped in. But I'm Sera Durnesque, your hostess with the mostest, delighted to be here. And our DM for this adventure will be.
Hello, I'm Markeia McCarty, Markeia, if for some reason you're trying to spell it or find me on the internet or socials. Really excited to be doing this again in this new season. And I'm just gonna say what these players will be going up against is something that they've never gone up against before. So
Good.
good,
That's the way
good
we like it.
times.
Although, frankly, a challenge, I feel like this is why I need other DMs. I'm running out of ideas 4 years in. That's not true. I have so many. But anyway, we're just gonna go in the order that I have on the side roster from there. Our previous champ of the seasonal slammer, I believe. Could you please introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Maria Puig, and I'm so excited to be back at the Rumbles with a completely new character. Ooh, ah.
And following that, one of your compatriots from that battle is back, but also with a new character.
It's true. I, T Wade, am here again to take revenge? Question mark, or possibly team up with a proven champion. Hi, I'm awaited with Jam and Bread on socials. I'm excited to be here.
Coming back then, it's interesting. I'm now realizing by total accident we have managed to have only people that have fought in December Rumbles before in this one. I'm just trying to get
Huh.
you all on the spring track now. But from our season 1 Winter Rumble, now that your camera's back, could you please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Solar Gray, the Cinematic Sorcerer, and I'm coming at you from the Wizard's Tower.
Excellent.
You guys
And
can find
last,
me over at twitch.tv/BID_P.
brilliant. Last but certainly not least, from this previous winter's Rumble.
Hi, I'm Taylor Jackson Ross, she, her. You can find me on Instagram at TJackrabbit. That's Tee Jackrabbit. And I'm looking forward to using the other half of my character sheet that I forgot about in that first game. Oh!
Oh my God. Wow, that's fun to know. You were dangerous as is. There was a whole second half. Oh my God. At any rate, we are so pleased to have these 4 competitors coming back. New heroes, mostly new heroes, and one returning for what it promises to be a very exciting second match of the season. But to drop us into the world, I welcome you all, as always, to the wonderful world of Las Osimas, which is a magical realm so like our own, but just a little sidestep away, where adventurers roam and magic calls it home. I didn't mean to rhyme, but we're running with it. And we find ourselves in the heart of the Lowland Lee, the beautiful, lush, green heartland of Las Osimas, and there we find everyone's favorite tavern, the Roguelike Tavern. Now, making their way from various corners of the continent, but probably mostly the city, maybe getting caught on the I-10L's traffic, we have 4 heroes. And my heroes, could you please all roll for me a little bit of initiative? And we'll see how fast you get to the tavern.
18.
Ooh.
That's a nat 20 out the gate, 22 total.
Oh, well, you're local. It only makes sense.
I live across the street.
I'm lucky 13.
10.
All right, pulling up the rear. Well, that's all right. Well, our local, uh, the door swings open and a very familiar face to the tavern arrives to find it, as a little out of the ordinary because the roguelike has very recently opened for lunchtime hours. It's not an empty tavern you're arriving to, you know. There's a couple of half orcs over by the or on rather I should say the kind of lifted platform with the little cocktail tables. They seem cozied up for a little mid-afternoon snack. And there's a couple of other sundry halflings and hobgoblins kind of littering the bar as the one bartender, everybody's favorite, curly-haired, uh, not my brain is utterly blanked on Earth Genasi. Jesus, I was going Dryad. No, Dryad. No, Earth Genasi bartender Rutabaga is pouring the drinks and looks up to greet you and with a big smile. I was like, McGrimblade, you're back.
Back from the dead, that's right. How's that scar looking? It doesn't matter. Not much of an improvement anyway. You see an older gentleman.
Please
He
describe
is
yourself.
the the 1970s idea of what it is to be 65. So completely wrinkled out and crotchety. He's wearing a combination of sort of classic plaid farmer's gear. He's got the Sir John Deere jacket on, as well as some bracers and a few more sturdy looking um, bits and bobs here. He's also wearing a rather inexplicable, very, very colorful belt that looks homemade and sort of on top of everything. It's sort of out of place, but he wears it with pride. At his feet are a couple of goats that seem to have wandered in with him. And he gives a sort of a courtesy nod at Rutabaga, who's always a little too happy, in McGrimblade's opinion. And like, what you got there? Pour up one of them. I don't know. What do you get the Guinness and the thing? And kicks the dirt off his shoes and approaches the bar.
I don't know what Guinness is, but dark stout, is that?
Oh, for God's
We're
sake!
not
Yeah,
gonna
just
hawk some brand that's not paying us.
oh, that's fair. All right, fine. But something dark and tastes like food. Beer that's breakfast. You know what I'm talking about. Come on.
Hey, anything you like. And he'll go and pour you, a nice thick foamy. It's so thick it might as well be tar. They keep a barrel, I think, at this point of just the oldest stuff, but they know that the grumps like you love it.
Pearl says hello, by the way. Pearl being McGrimblade's late wife, the reason he's here at the Rumble at all. He got to see her for about 10 seconds on the other side at the end of the Rumble. Adorable.
Uh, Rutabaga does look concerned about this, knowing that she's dead, and just kind of says, well, you tell her I said, hey, back when you can. That's so nice. Meanwhile,
I don't know
shortly
that
on
I
your
will now with that attitude. All right.
Shortly on your heels, the door does swing open again as Michael Sera walks in. Not perhaps the one beloved by the Hazelwood Hills. Perhaps another. Could you please describe yourself as the door to the tavern swings wide?
You see a meek, boyish adult with a mop of brown hair and an attempt at a mustache, uh, in a hooded cloak that also covers his sleeves and a band t-shirt. Walk in tentatively. Hello. Is this is the right place? I got some directions, but they flew out the off my steed as I was on my way here. I'm looking for the roguelike
Yeah, Rutabaga will
tavern.
wave you over. No, yeah, you're in the right place. You a rumbler?
Oh, sorry, I might come again. I had
Are
a thick
you
chunk of earwax in my ear.
gross? Are you a rumbler? You here for the arena
Oh,
fight?
yeah, yeah. That's why I came down from the upper plains of Ottawa. Some people call it heaven. I call it Ottawa because it's that's what it's called. It's populated by otters, and it's the best place in the world. There's just otters running around and scratching all over you, because they're so soft.
Cool. McGrimblade here is also competing.
Yeah.
Maybe the two you can talk animals as like
Oh,
one of the goats on the floor just kind of like meh.
Otters, huh? Sounds slippery. They stink like fish. Do you stink like fish?
Yeah, fish and other kinds of raw meat. I've neglected to mention when Michael Starr walks in, he's also inexplicably wearing an apron covered in blood. Um, yeah, it follows me wherever I go.
Yeah, wow, I can smell that from here. That's saying something.
Yeah,
Around here, coming from farther, I tend to stink like horses and cow shit, so that's a difference.
people have told me that as well about
How
me.
old are you? 12?
Yeah,
13? Somewhere in there?
somewhere in there.
That's nice for you. You sure you want to
Who's
do this? Oh my God. They're
you
gonna
seem like
start calling this like a December, May sort of situation here. I don't know.
I love the Decemberists.
What?
December, May, yeah. December, May beat you in the. I'm not really good at smack talk, but I'm
No,
gonna
you're
do my
not.
best.
No, that's all right. Maybe you hit
Can
harder than you
I'm
talk. That's,
sorry.
you know.
Can I get you anything? Otherwise, I'm gonna.
Can I get just a glass of ice,
Yep.
just
Cool.
frozen tap water?
Can he legally be in here? I don't know.
I'm pretty sure Salita checks IDs before registering combatants.
Yeah,
Anyway,
everything I do is
he'll
legal.
just scoop out ice and, with a confused and concerned look, pass you a glass of ice.
And he takes a cube and puts it up to his lips, and then, as a discerning eye may see, as it passes his lips, it turns a purplish, a grapish purple color. Very cool.
Yeah, McGrimblade, you want to roll perception on that? How closely are
Sure,
you
you.
looking at Michael's lips?
Well, you never know. They are quite pretty. They're of a rosy hue. Well, look at that. We got a 22 on that. I'm rolling high here.
Oh yeah, turned that water into wine, baby.
All right. Now that was interesting. I haven't been able to do that yet. Where'd you learn that?
Mm. Oh, you just ask them. You don't have to order a drink to get the ice in it. You could just order the ice on its own.
You're tricky. I like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Put that wink away, boy. You're jailbait. Stop that. I'm very married and my wife is dead. I'm not having it from you.
I'll, I'll
With
give
that
it to you though.
exchange happening, the two of you, pardon me, while my eye makeup decides that I should be crying in this moment. It's just from laughter. It's from thinking about water to wine ice cubes. Just makes me think of middle-aged women in the South. As you two enjoy this little exchange and the goats are bleeding and the ice wine is happening, eventually, the door does swing open one more time as Castegier walks in. Could you please, perhaps correct my pronunciation, but also introduce and describe yourself as you arrive in the lightly populated Roguelike Tavern?
It's less of a walk and more of a glide in. Um, if I recall here, I am uncomfortably tall at 6'7" and 170 pounds. I believe the term is lithe. However, dark brown skin with silverish blue hair and silverish blue eyes to match. If if there were a team of teenage superheroes that were hated beyond anything, you would think that this guy might be related to the one who calls lightning.
Very good.
And
Well, as you arrive, you see, a vague few patrons seated at the bar, but most particularly, and perhaps most of note to you, what appear to be a very old farmer and a very young, delicate young man,
I'm
and some
approaching middle
goats.
age.
Oh, yeah, approaching middle age, but with the youthful effervescence of an 11-year-old. Also, the goats are tracking mud, and the apron on the young man is profusely and continuously bleeding. There's just blood drips. It's a feature of the apron that just constantly come off of it.
Hello, my fellow gangly person.
well, I hope I'm in the proper place. I was told to look for a tavern, but it seems that this seems to be some sort of hospice for the very young and the very wise.
Huh. I thought that was going to be smack talk, and it turned out to be a compliment. That's nice. That's very nice.
Oh, no, no,
I
I
think
think that's what we call diplomacy. That's
I'm
making sure
sorry.
you don't put your foot in it too soon. Also, my God. And McGrimblade does like that slow realization of how tall this person is and looks Michael Sera in the eyes and goes, "We're gonna die," and begins
all of
finishing.
us someday.
And he's wearing dark blue robes with a lot of silver and light blue trimming. Um, he has a very winter night kind of feel about him. Like everything about him seems kind of brisk.
Well, with
So,
briskness, I was gonna say, Rutabaga swans over to also offer you a beverage. Is there anything you care to get? I'm sure Salita's gonna be here with contracts, but if assuming you're with these three, can I get you anything?
well, just information to start. Would this be the tavern of those that are like rogues?
Yep,
He
that's what
speaks
the
in
sign on the
riddles.
door says.
Oh, well then. I was told that I should try some of your heated chocolate while I'm here.
Oh yeah, it's good. That's
I didn't
real
even
good.
know that was an option. That's wow. Yeah,
That does seem
good
like a
call.
better idea for
Good
you.
choice.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an option either. Yeah, I'll go chat up Barnaby, I guess. I'll be back. Cool. And he will disappear to the back. Uh, he is
So you like
gone
no
for a
magic and
while.
stuff?
I'm sorry?
You look like you gonna know like magic and stuff. You got like this like air of like knowing like magical things about you, like the color of your clothes and like how like your hair. I was just asking just if you know like magic.
Well, I know a thing or two of how the world works, if that's what you're asking.
No.
Well, if I could have you be a little more clear.
Oh, just uh, like magic, like you there's something isn't there and then it is there and then you make it and it hurts like lightning or fire or sometimes ice. And this is
Oh,
uh you
well,
know
yes, from time to time I've been known to commune with the elements.
So what
I've
you're
also
saying is
been
you're
known
gonna
to
come at
commune with
us.
something called laundering, my friend.
like
All right, now that was funny. I was gonna say
like
you're gonna come at us with a hurricane, aren't you? Yep. Nope. It's gonna be a fireball. It's gonna be a lightning storm. We're gonna die. Oh God.
Why would I ever do something like that?
What are you gonna
to
do in the
win.
rumble? You gonna weave a basket for us or what?
Well, my
Th-
friend, you seem very, very, very relatable. I assume all of these wonderful pets belong to you.
Pets? Not exactly pets, but yes, no, these are some of the animals that can't get away from me. They follow me over to the bar from my farm, which is across the street there.
Oh,
McGrimblade farm. Old McGrimblade. That's me.
oh, well. It is wonderful to meet you, Mr. Grimblade.
Sure, if you
I
want to be
have
formal about it.
friends that are dwarves I never wish to assume.
That's very kind of you, I suppose. Now, don't let him do that. And McGrimblade is pointing at one of the goats that is gingerly starting to like
oh
try to
yeah.
get a mouthful of your very nice rubs. You can just kick him away. He's very sturdy.
Really?
As
Mhm.
that happens, I'm sorry, I must interrupt, for the door swings open one more time. Last but certainly not least, could you please describe the figure walking in and pronounce that collection of letters?
So Rody Rage comes in. She 100% pulled the Transformers in the car or in the parking. So she was a car and turned into a human.
A
Or
carriage, a carriage.
a carriage and turned into a warforged. And she's a very cute little robot. She's got like big like 70s flowers and like a lot of pink and bumper stickers that definitely say like, please let me merge and don't honk at me, I'm baby. And as she comes in, she lets out like an exasperated like, ah. And she's like, hi everyone, beep beep, hi, hi. And she goes over to the bar.
What in the hell are you? Says McGrimblade with no tact whatsoever.
Hi, I'm your worst nightmare. Ha 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 ha. I'm just kidding. I mean, maybe. Are you fighting in the rumbles?
You bet your metallic butt we are.
Mm-hmm. 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 Cool,
And
cool,
I
cool,
don't
cool,
mean
cool.
to be rude, but you don't look like someone who can eat their own face and turn into something else.
Is this something you can do?
No, but that would be my worst nightmare.
Oh,
Good to know. Store that away for later. Mm.
It's in there. It's in there. It's processing.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
That was, yeah, solid. So while you all are taking in this vision of a Warforged, the secretary extraordinaire of the Rumbles, a little Salita, she's a absolutely hazard halfling woman. Anytime you've ever seen her doing the contractual obligations for Rumbles, signing all the paperwork, always just frazzled beyond all reason, hair up in a top knot with a little wand stuck through it. Although, of course, the only one of you that would be at all familiar with this person would be McGrimblade. But she bustles over to where you are all gathered around the side of the bar and goes, I believe you are all my rumblers. So we've got to go. We are running just a wee bit late, and the arena master from our Synod of Sorcerers is awaiting you downstairs in the training room. So if you will just follow me, and she'll lead you
And
over to a little.
at that
Oh,
moment, right then, the front doors swing, they just bang open. You see this tall tiefling sorcerer, Ripa Twilightstar, with this dappled dark lavender skin, large horns, and very ornate duster that she has around her. She stumbles in, slams the doors behind her, goes, "Oh, now everything's a-okay. Nothing's wrong. We're all okay. Maybe we should go downstairs right now."
oh,
Hello,
oh,
everyone.
Madam Twilightstar, I thought you were already downstairs. You're here.
Oh,
You're great.
right. No, I was, and then I popped out for just a moment to take care of something, and everything is fine. We have nothing to worry about. Let's just go ahead downstairs like there's nothing wrong.
Okay, we'll do that. Yes. And then she turns
Yes.
back to the wall panel to wave her wand at it and open what is the known to those of you who might have watched or witnessed Rumbles before, but the passageway to the below arena. So you wind your
And
way
just as
down.
that happens,
Oh dear.
there is this gigantic creaking sound as the roof of the Roguelike Tavern is then creaked open. You see four sets of clawed hands like creaking open the top of the roguelite. You then see two alehouse drakes crawl into the top of the roguelike. And these are anyone who has been to the roguelike before or knows of the roguelike. They know that these alehouse drakes are usually very, communal. They're gossips. They're cool. They are enraged right now. They are spitting fire. You see, the two of them, they're about 2 feet long, weighing about 18 pounds with like plump bellies. The scales of Samuel are a deep amber with cream highlights. The scales of Adams is scales with the deep amber with white highlights, both of them with glittering light colored eyes. As these two pairs of alehouse drakes then come into the roguelike, both of them look at Ripa Twilightstar and then look at the rest of you, and in unison they go, "Oh, you have friends? You called your posse? We'll take you all on." And Ripa
uh,
looks over at you like, want to do? Roll initiative.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Okay. McGrimblade has a 12.
Ro has a 9.
Judd
Cast-
Apatow giveth and Judd Apatow taketh away. That's a natural 1.
and Cast Sandstar has a 14.
Ooh.
As
Okay.
as you all take in this sight, Selita will just kind of back off, and anyone who perceives might notice her just wave her wand towards the recording devices, the magical recording and transmitting devices in the corners. So rather, she's taking in the note of going, we're not going into the training room. We're just gonna record this here, and then she bustles off to kind of secure the handful of patrons present for lunch out of the way as you all take the stage.
So Samuel and Adams, let's just say they rolled abnormally high. For this, Adams got a natural 20. So we're just gonna let this roll the way that it's gonna roll out. As y'all see, since their focus was on Ripa, both of these attacks will be going towards Ripa, who is standing in front of everybody else. We are going to, you see Adams, that is deep amber with white highlights, then does it's this sweet smelling gas that then hits everybody that is in the tavern within a 30-foot cone. So I just need for everybody to do a charisma saving throw. Let me know what you
Oh
have.
no. Oh no.
Ooh. E.
19.
14.
5.
Crotchety old man, so he'd subtract 1 down to 14.
Okay, so who had less than a 13? It was Roy and Castigar.
No, I had a 14.
You had a 14. So it was just Roy?
Looks like it.
Okay. All right. Well, actually, let me do a quick roll for Rutabaga too. Oh, just got a 2. Okay, so
Oh no, he was still in the kitchen trying to figure out the chocolate situation, so you're good.
okay, then I'll make that Ripa's roll. Then she just got that too. So as you see this sweet smelling gas go into and fill the Roguelike Tavern, you see Roy. I'm sorry, I'm doing your name shorter.
Ro.
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 You
Okay,
see
you're doing Ro.
Ro and Ripa with the sweet smelling gas, and they just start kind of leaning back and forth, and they've got this wonderful like smile going on. It's like they're kind of dancing to their own drum, and then they just kind of freeze in space and think and like just really go into their own souls. So both of them are incapacitated right now. So just so that people know, incapacitated, if either of these creatures are attacked or harmed by a spell, any of their allies that see them be harmed, then if they see any of their allies be harmed, then they will snap out of it. So that is Adam's attack. Samuel is staring straight at Ripa and is doing a claw attack. Oh, yeah. Got a 17 plus 5. That's a hit. So you then see the dark amber with the cream highlights, Samuel, just whoosh right towards Ripa and doing a melee weapon attack right across her. She goes like that, snapping her out of incapacitated. And if you consider her an ally, Ro, then
Yeah, I mean, Ro knows that you're in charge here, so she's probably like, ah.
So next up is I'm sorry, Solar.
Yeah. The character is Castegier.
Castegier.
Sandstar. Yeah.
Sandstar. Castegier, you have these two alehouse drakes. They are they're not having it. Probably not a great idea to try to talk to them, but do what you will. What would you like to do?
Um, are they close together?
They are close together.
Oh, okay. Well, that being the case, I shall take a look at them, and I think it might be the wrong time of year, but winter is still coming, and I cast Sleet Storm.
Ooh. Go ahead and let us know what that is and what it.
Sleet Storm, a level 3 spell. Isn't that fun? That is a large area of effect spell that there we are. Do 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 do. Yes. Come on, bring up the thing. It's normally
20-foot tall cylinder, 40-foot radius, centered on a
Yes.
point within
Yes.
range, and you make ice.
Yes, until the spell ends, 40-foot tall, 20-foot radius cylinder of ice. The ground in the cylinder is difficult terrain, and when a creature enters the cylinder for the first time or on a turn starts its turn there, it must succeed a dexterity saving throw or have the prone condition.
All right.
Yeah, chill that beer.
Okay,
An
so
ale.
Adams has saved. Samuel has not. How much damage?
I don't think it has damage. I think they're just prone.
Okay. Well then, Samuel is prone. Adams did do the save though. So as you see, the dark amber, the one that clawed Ripa, then it's almost like he's in his own mini tornado and then flops right down on the ground. He is prone, wings spread and looking up like, how did that happen? Looking up at his brother who looks down at him like, dude. Stop embarrassing me. Next up, McGrimblade.
Beautiful. A quick question. How close are the two drakes to each other, please?
I would say within 15 feet of each other.
15. Okay. Not close enough. That's fine. McGrimblade takes a look at Michael Sera, blood-soaked little cutie pie, and says, "You know what my wife said on the other side? Never hesitate." Finishes the beer, tosses the glass, pulls out a massive 10-foot pitchfork called the Goat Flinger, and bomb rushes that downed Drake, Samuel. I have a 30-foot speed. Would this put me within 5 feet of the prone creature?
Yes, excellent. Yes, go for it.
And I believe that because it is prone, I'm within 5 feet. We're going to roll with advantage to hit here. So the first, screw it, that was a natural 20. So let's take that.
Why are you as hot on this call as you were at your actual game? I think you rolled like 4 nat 20s at the last game.
It was 3 and they were all in a row. It was very weird. I don't know.
I need to point out that the area around the worms is difficult terrain. So getting there, you have to pass a dex test.
Shoot. Okay. DM, what would you like me to do
ice.
to retcon this?
Go ahead and just give me a dex and let's see how that dex goes.
Sure.
Because I'm still going to allow a hit, but you might be doing a slip and slide over to do this hit and be prone yourself.
Gotcha. Okay. The dex save was an 11, so not amazing.
Okay, so Castegier, it was a 13 before?
What, the spell?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the DC for the dex save?
Oh, my DC save, my spell save is, I believe, 16.
Okay, so it's
No,
slip
14.
and slide
14.
time.
It is 14. It is
It's
14.
slip and slide time. McGrimblade, you start this off epic. It's like slow motion bullet time happens. There's different angles that are going on as you are running towards, and then it's kind of like cartoon, like you gather speed with actually doing this slip and slide thing, which knocks you bam, then your blade knock bam into Samuel. So go ahead and roll damage. And we're also going to add some bludgeoning damage with that because we're going to put your body on the line to also hit Samuel.
Perfect. I love it. All right. We've got on the D10, we got a 3. We're adding to that 5, so that's a total of 8 damage there. And what do we want on top of that?
Oh, well, remember, you got a nat 20.
I did. Help me. I'm but a babe in the
Double
woods.
everything.
Double everything.
Double
Okay,
it up.
so
New rules. Double everything.
gorgeous.
Everything.
Okay, so that would turn this, instead of an 8, that would turn that into a 16.
Excellent. So 16. And we're gonna Okay, so we're gonna do this way. We're gonna say an additional 10 points of damage. However, you are going to take 5 points of damage because you just slammed into this 2 foot tiny dragon as well. So
Ugh.
that's going to be 26 points of damage that goes to Samuel. Oh, Samuel's looking rough, y'all. He just got smacked by old McGrimblade. McGrimblade, you are now prone yourself, but you did like think of like when y'all do skee ball or what is it? The older
Ooh.
person's
Shuffleboard.
shuffleboard. Thank you.
Yeah, I
It's
play it all
like
the time.
it's like shuffleboard. And you knocked Samuel. He ricocheted off the back wall and then back towards everybody while you kept on traveling down.
Amazing. You
So
hear
now Samuel is still prone and he's actually closer to the rest of you now. Okay,
Perfect.
and next up, Ro.
Okay, is Adam's still like standing and vibing?
Yeah,
Okay.
Adams is hovering and is staring straight at Ripa.
Great. I'll go beep beep bitch and start shoving people out of the way as I activate my rage. And that's my bonus action, so I'll go and I'll hit it with my great axe. That's a 19 to hit.
Oh, it definitely hits. Go ahead and give me that damage.
Let's go. Hold on, I have to find the D12. It's this one. Oh, that crit on the D12, so that's 12 plus 6 is 18 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, Adams doesn't even know what was going on. He's staring straight at Ripa. He's like clicking his claws together, thinking, "I'm gonna have tiefling for dinner tonight." And then that's just when your weapon comes out of nowhere, and it's not a glancing blow. You knock him out of the air. So we're also going to give him some bludgeoning damage as well as he hits the ground. We're going to say 6 points of bludgeoning damage additional for him with that. He bounces and lands on his brother, Samuel.
Great. So
he is not prone though, but they are now stacked on top of each other. Go ahead.
what I'm hearing is that a second creature is within 5 feet of the first.
That is exactly what you are hearing.
So I'll use the cleave action for my great axe, and that means I can attack the second creature and do half the damage. So let's see if it works.
All these new 2024 rules coming into play, weapon mastery feats.
17 points of damage, or not 17, but 17 to hit.
Yes, definitely hits.
Great. So half of that But without your, okay, great. So that would be 4 points of damage. Just a little tap. Just a little.
Yeah, no, Samuel, his pride and his head get rocked. He's not looking good. Him and his brother, they're just like looking at each other like, we came into the wrong place at the wrong time, didn't we?
Yeah.
Michael, Sera, you've got two alehouse drakes. They are stacked on top of each other. They're looking around, and they are looking really rough right now. What are you gonna do?
Taking out a dragon? That's always a good decision. I come forward and from beneath the apron pull out a too large to be wielded like this, but I am cleaver. Um, I open my mouth and eyes wide and snap back my head, which shine with bright white light that pours out of them, kind of like the blanks in The World's End, although that's not The World's End that Michael Cera was in. Uh, and I'm gonna come down. I'm gonna start by wailing on this guy that's prone.
Well, that's a
Ooh.
weapon of someone with self-respect.
Um, I wouldn't go that far. Um, that's a nat 20.
Please.
Didn't even
Rolling
have to
with
tell you that
advantage.
you have advantage. Didn't even have to tell you.
I
Um,
did roll with it though.
yeah, okay, great. Okay, great. Yeah,
Okay.
give me the
So I'm also doubling the numbers that I'm adding,
yes,
not
Double
just the
everything.
dice.
So just roll
Double.
double
roll
every.
once and then multiply by 2.
Okay, we'll just roll that once. So that's 14 plus 3 from my strength is 17, plus 3 from heavy weapon mastery is 20, plus 3 from my inner radiance is 23, doubled to 46.
Wow.
We're gonna die.
It's
Got
like
got
they
him.
regret every decision that they made to get them to this point. Michael, Sarah, if I can, I'm gonna give a little flavor to it. There's just like once again we have this bullet time that happens. It's these winds that come around. It's whirling of leaves and this like darkness that kind of off around you as your weapon swings down, uh, knocking Samuel and Adams into the next life. As the secretary comes back over and is like, "Oh, we how about we'll just give them the same treatment that we usually give other people when they battle in the roguelike rumbles. We'll figure out why in the world this happened." And Ripa looks over at you and all of you and is like, "Oh, I knew that this would be my favorite rumbles to date."
I
And
scoop up
as
some
you
of the
say
sleet
that,
from the ground and put it on the edge of my sword and turn it into a wine slushy.
Oh,
heinous. As you do that atrocity and crime in this bar, Magnus Bolt Thrower, the owner of the Roguelike Tavern and a Dragonborn, comes walking back in, just kind of throws open the door, gives a hard look to Ripa, and then just yells, "Rutabaga, we got cleanup." And with that, you all are shown down to your green rooms where you can await the rumble. You'll have time to get in a long rest. You'll be able to eat and revive and refresh, so anything you've used will be at your disposal. But I think we can say that it is clearly going to be a rumble like no other yet seen before. Thank you so much to all of you. So fun tandem DMing uh, with the surprise Passover. I think that just tells you all what an incredible DM you have awaiting for you in this Rumble. And so I hope everyone watching at home will come out. These players are awesome. This DM is awesome. I'm so glad to just do hostess with the mostest duties. But let's do one more round robin around the table. If you have any projects that are coming up in the week of the Rumble or in the time coming after it, please feel free to plug those. We will begin, of course, with our stellar DM, Markeia. Plug yourself and
Hello.
anything you want.
Yes, follow. Follow me on the socials. At Markeia McCarty, Markeia McCarty, or Darth Markeia if you're doing like Twitch or TikTok and the such. Yes, Star Wars girly. So with that, I mean, the only thing I'm really gonna plug right now is that I am a Wizards of the Coast D&D DM. So many D's. I'm doing that with D&D in a castle. So I will be doing more things with that company. So just follow me on socials and maybe I will be putting something out when this roguelike is for you to take a look at.
Amazing. Next down the list, Maria.
Hi. So to keep up with me, my Instagram is MF period Puig. That's Puig. You can find me always playing D&D on Table Runners on YouTube in their Still Hearts series. But you could also find me on Dice Times and by the time no, soon after the Rumbles over on Tales of the Guild for their Masks game. And if you're in Los Angeles, I'm premiering it's my directorial debut for Fringe. It's going to be a play directed by the fabulous Madeline, who's also a Rumbler, or written by the fabulous Madeline, who's also a Rumbler. I'm directing it. They're writing it.
Heck yeah. T Wade.
Sacramento, CeraVe Moisturizing Cream, of course, Jaunty and The Running Man upcoming, as well as the Phoenician Scheme for Michael Sera. For T Wade, if you are in LA, you can find me at the Riot of the Tipsy Bacchanals at the Three Clubs on Monday, where I'll be playing Touchstone in their David Lynch themed As You Like It. If you are in Oakland, I will be performing my solo show on the 18th. If you are in Eugene, Oregon, I'll be performing it on the 17th. And if you are in Juneau, Alaska, I will be performing on the 25th. And an Olympia date is still forthcoming. So all my friends up and down the West Coast can listen to me yabber jammer on. You can follow me at A Wade with Jam and Bread.
Incredible. Solar.
Hey guys, this is Solar Grey, the Cinematic Sorcerer, and you guys can find me at twitch.tv/BID_P Mondays and Fridays at 6 p.m. Come on and join us on the dark side of the room, where we talk about nerd culture from D&D to miniature painting workshops to, of course, Warhammer 40K and the state of gaming from the perspective of lots of people that aren't the standard ones. That is Mondays and Fridays at 6 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/BID_P and follow the Instagram at Back in the Deck on Instagram. That's Back in the Deck.
Incredible. And finally, of course, Taylor.
Hi, you can find me on Instagram at TJackRabbit. That's Tee Jackrabbit. Man, I'm not gonna lie to you right now. It's mostly teaching kids kind of how to do Shakespeare. So if you're the type of person who prays, pray for me. There's a lot of them. And then I don't have anything on the docket, so we'll end with something funny. I have definitely been clocked as the farmer in the Rumbles on like through a dating app. Somebody who's like, I follow this and I think the old man in these photos is you. And I was like, haha. So if you're out there on those apps, hit me up. I'm not shy. Cool.
Hey, maybe
Sera?
he just wants to plow your fields. Or she or they, I don't really know.
Wow.
Sorry,
This is
there
the
it
right
is.
room to reveal that tidbit of information. All right.
I didn't
So
know
check
we were
out Pick Your
talking
Poison
about your
Pub
tracks
Sing
of
at the Roguelike
farmland.
Tavern.
Little known fact, being in a rumble will get you laid. That's it from me. I'm Sera Durnesque. That's extra funny for those of you that know me. You can find me all over the internet at Durnesque. And of course, always hosting the rumbles. Delighted to be in our 4th season. Glad to have you. If you've been watching this stream, you will be able to catch this show live at the Roguelike Tavern, April 10th. Right? April 10th? Oh my God, I don't even know what month I'm in anymore.
Yes.
April 10th, that's a Thursday. Pre-show questing begins at 7. The show itself will start at 8. And if you are not in the Burbank, California area and don't want to drive here, who does? You can of course catch it live on the Twitch stream. The Twitch audience will be able to interact with it, similar to the in-person audience. You'll have access to health potions, magic items, and lair actions. So please feel free to tune in wherever you are, whenever you are, and we will see you at the next Rumble. Thanks, y'all!